Welcome to the Mindful Monthly Astrology podcast for August 2026. If you're new here, I'm so glad you found your way. And if you're a regular, welcome back. It is always my pleasure to spend this time with you. Let's begin as we always do by taking a moment to arrive. Wherever you are right now, whether you're on holiday somewhere beautiful, out walking in the late summer warmth, or sitting quietly at home, just take one slow breath in and let it out. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Come back to yourself. Come back to now. August is eclipse season, and eclipse season asks something particular of us. It asks us to be still enough to notice both inner and outer shifts. So before we go any further, let's take one more breath in and out. Let's take it step by step. Eclipse season, what to expect. August is eclipse season, and eclipses carry symbolic weight, evoking hidden truths, instant shifts, and a temporary pause in the powerful flow of life. While eclipse season is not a time to make important decisions, it can be a profoundly rich period. Be watchful of any of the following showing up in your life: the mask slipping to reveal the brilliant truth beneath, a temporary pause in your usual routine, what we might call the interregnum, or a sudden transformation from shadow to light. Remember that the light of the sun or moon is only interrupted temporarily so that something may be adjusted, healed, or revealed. If you experience a moment of disorientation in the dark, stay centered and breathe. August is a great month to shake up your routine, take a break, and pray for a revelation if one is needed. Let's walk through the most important events of the month together. August 3 to 11, Mars out of bounds in Gemini and Cancer. From the 3rd of the month, Mars, our action planet, moves out of bounds and will remain so for most of August. Out of bounds planets tend to behave in an exaggerated or an unpredictable way, operating outside of their usual declination. So you might find yourself more reactive than usual this month, perhaps more restless or more easily triggered. This could be the result of an intensive Mars energy. From the 3rd until the 11th, this energy will be expressed through airy Gemini, the sign of communication. So words may fly faster than usual. Conversations may spark unexpectedly. Try to take a breath before you respond to those you love. Then from the 11th until the 28th of August, Mars will continue its out-of-bounds journey, now in the emotive sign of Cancer. The need to create security in the home and to nurture the ones we love may feel stronger than usual. So put this to good use by spending quality time with family and tending lovingly to your environment. Stay physically active if you can this month. Movement is the greatest medicine for Mars. And if you're able to get to the beach after the 11th, even better. August 7, Mercury clears its shadow and Venus enters Libra. On the 7th, two welcome shifts arrive together. Mercury, our planet of communication and travel, has been direct since late July and on the 7th it moves out of its shadow phase entirely. This brings good news. Difficult conversations that may have stalled or tangled over recent weeks can now find their way toward resolution. Travel plans move forward, clarity returns. Also on the 7th, Venus, our planet of relationships and financial well-being, enters Libra, one of the 2 signs that she rules and where she feels able to manifest diplomacy and harmony. Venus will dance through Libra until the 10th of September, and again from the 26th of October until the 4th of December, part of which will be in retrograde motion. But for now, Venus in Libra sends forth a genuine healing energy for social relations, for romantic commitments, and for getting one's financial house in order. There is grace and fairness to this placement that benefits us all. This is a wonderful period for social gatherings in beautiful spaces. August 10 to 11, a mystic rectangle and Mars entering Cancer. On the 10th, a beautiful configuration begins to form in the sky, what astrologers refer to as a mystic rectangle. This month's mystic rectangle involves a series of harmonious aspects between fire and air signs, and it carries an uplifting, almost buoyant quality. Mercury, Pluto, Venus, and Neptune are beholding one another. Those of you with planets or angles between 0 and 4 degrees of the air or fire signs in your chart will feel this energy most directly. But even if you don't know your chart, use these 2 days wisely. Tune into an open and calm mindset and allow yourself to receive whatever inspiration is moving through. As the mystic rectangle forms, Mars simultaneously reaches 0 degrees of Cancer, a potent and sensitive degree. This combination may activate events on the world stage or stir strong emotions closer to home. Keep calm and look up at the stars, imagining yourself held within a vast and luminous geometric embrace, and prepare yourself with conscious intention for the eclipse that is just ahead. August 12th, solar eclipse. New moon at 20 degrees of Leo. On the 12th, we reach the first of our 2 eclipses. A solar eclipse at 20 degrees of Leo. At this eclipse, Mercury and Jupiter in Leo will oppose Pluto in Aquarius, a powerful configuration that carries both intensity and potential. The highest expression of this eclipse may be a sudden confidence, a moment of clarity in which you feel genuinely ready to step into your own role and play it center stage with grace. If you have been running away from your life, from a calling, from a responsibility, from a version of yourself that keeps knocking at the door, this could be a potent turning point. Take note that the eclipse energy does not resolve overnight. It can take weeks, sometimes months, to fully unwind. Be patient with yourself and with the process. August 23rd, the Sun enters Virgo. On the 23rd, the Sun moves out of Leo and into Virgo. Many happy returns, dear Virgo friends. Mercury will enter into Virgo a few days later on the 26th, heralding in an auspicious window for contracts, deal-making, travel, and technology. If there is practical business that you've been waiting to attend to, this is your ideal window. So make the most of it before the 9th of September, when the energy will shift once more. August 28 to 31st, lunar eclipse, full moon at 4 Pisces, and Jupiter trine Saturn. On the 28th of August, our second eclipse of the month appears, a lunar eclipse at 4 degrees of Pisces. This is our final eclipse for 2026, so it may be accompanied by a feeling similar to that of a peak experience. Full moons are always moments of culmination or revelation, and a lunar eclipse amplifies this quality considerably. Piercing insights, deep feelings, and a heightened sensitivity to the chiaroscuro of life, its light and shadow, its losses and its gifts, may swirl through these days. And yet, forming quietly in the background of this potent eclipse, something steadying is also at work. Jupiter trines Saturn at 13 degrees of Leo and 13 Aries, the first of 3 such trines between these two great planets between now and late 2027. Where the eclipse can feel somewhat destabilizing or exposing, this trine offers a counterbalance, something inspiring, purposeful, and deeply supportive. Jupiter expands while Saturn structures. Together, in harmonious aspect, they help align us with our deeper purpose. Something hopeful is being built, boldly, steadily, with integrity, even as the eclipse light flickers and shifts. Be gentle with yourself around these last days of August. Rest if you are able. Allow things to rise to the surface. The Pisces full moon, amplified by the eclipse, carries a profound compassion for yourself and for others. Closing. So this is our collective journey for August 2026. Eclipse season with all its intensity and revelation, a mystic rectangle lifting up our spirits, and a Jupiter-Saturn trine quietly laying the foundation for the months ahead. Aim to end the month having taken a pause at some point, a day here, a day there, to reassess your inner and outer landscape. While all interregnums are temporary, they usually act to clear the air. We emerge feeling refreshed and ready to return to life. I'd like to leave you with an extract from the Bhagavad Gita, one of the great spiritual texts written approximately 500 to 200 BCE. While none of us is this wise yet, may the following be an inspiration. The wise see that there is action in the midst of inaction, and inaction in the midst of action. Their consciousness is unified, and every act is done with complete awareness. The awakened sages call a person wise when all his undertakings are free from anxiety about results. All his selfish desires have been consumed in the fire of knowledge. the wise, ever satisfied, have abandoned all external supports. Their security is unaffected by the results of their action. Even while acting, they rarely do nothing at all. May you move through August with a wide open space in your heart and mind. If this space of mindfulness resonates with you, I'd love for you to join our community for these monthly deep dives. Until next time.